name's Enrique.
My name is Fethullah.
This is the Tomorrow's Guardians show. And we have a big one, but this is the first one. So 41 men and boys found in a refrigerated truck on a motorway in Greece. Okay, so more than 40 men and boys, uh, have been found alive in a refrigerated truck on a motorway, northern Greece. So that's at least they're alive, right? I thought
Yeah.
for a second. Okay. It came almost 2 weeks after the bodies of the previous 39 people. So there must be a sequence, like every 2 weeks. Okay. Well, Greek police say all but two of the group found on Monday, an Iranian and Syrian, were from Afghanistan, and that six of them were minors. Okay, so there's a handful.
I mean, even there is a lorry driver,
Yeah.
a 40-year-old man from Georgia has been arrested.
If you don't know where Georgia is, it's right next to the Black Sea. It's a small country, but
Yeah.
a Georgian driver, like, okay.
Like Georgia is like I guess has been, if you talk about Georgia, has been made really good reforms in terms of improving their country, their own country.
Especially the last 10 years.
Yes, especially the last 10 years.
So I don't know, maybe he was really desperate, or he's just one of those guys, Okay, so the refrigerator system had not been turned on, so that helps a lot, obviously. The migrants asked for medical assistance, and 8 of them were treated in hospital for breathing problems. That makes sense. A sealed container for how long?
I mean, like waiting in truck like that for a long time really affects human health. Really, like I don't even right now can't even think how.
Yeah, to comprehend,
Yeah,
like just sitting there for hours,
Yeah.
struggling to receive
Smell.
the amount of oxygen you need. Ah man, and they say like hundreds of people across Greece's land and sea borders with Turkey each week, with the vast majority hoping to, make their way to other more, European countries.
More
Obviously.
prosperous European countries.
Okay, but like they said before, that this is 2 weeks from an event that where 39 people has suffocated and died at the border of UK, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what, like, let's see. I know there's a situation where they brought it up again.
I wonder how world and Europeans will solve this migrant crisis right now that is going on.
It's not doing any good, no. Okay, well, because of that situation, the 39 people that was obviously found in a bad state, they're saying they found 8 people arrested in Vietnam that was caused, one of the causes of this event, obviously, behind the organization to help people illegally cross borders.
Yeah.
So police have arrested 8 people over the found inside. Okay, I don't know about this Essex company, but they got a lot of heat going on. Must have a ton of lawyers at this point. Well, I've been to Vietnam. The families are great. Obviously, my heart goes out to them and hope the situation gets resolved as smoothly as possible.
Like we can, and we can see that how is the, as we have experienced. Can you a bit tell us about the life of Vietnam and how is the economy of it? How are the lives of people.
because there's people trying to immigrate illegally. Well, the situation it's not easy to explain, but there are most of them are obviously like on the lower end of receiving money, you know. And I've been to the countryside with a few friends to their family homes. They don't need a lot, so that means they don't really. It's difficult to explain.
Like,
But yes, they are have a lot of poverty. A lot of people are living in the same room in the cities. They're working their ass off. They understand the importance of studying.
do you think that it will be dangerous for tourists to visit Vietnam or not?
Absolutely not. It's amazing. It's safe. People treat you in the most absolute best way. There's no. They're not. They're not violent. They're not violent people. They just want a better life, like these 8 souls that tried to go to the UK because they probably were from a a difficult family.
Mhm.
Okay, well, it makes sense. Mm, let's see. This one is a bit tough to handle, but
Uh, Unfortunately, thousands protest in Spain after man cleared of raping unconscious girl. It's a really bad thing. Like when I read this news, I was just shocked. How can these things being happened in a modern world right now? I mean, like,
you would think they would have the education or the right education to think or at least see the difference between what people are supposed to do and not to do. And not just in that everyone knows obviously, but they have the you know experience to see which people are going in the wrong direction.
I mean, like, the thing is, five men took an advantage of of an unconscious 14-year-old girl, like, uh, in order to
Disgusting.
like to have sexual intercourse. That is like, I don't know. That's I mean, ridiculous. How can they do like this? And the thing is that uh, I mean, the Spain, like court of Spain, cleared of this thing. That's others like that's an other bad. That's an other bad condition.
I can just imagine the families, the people on the street protesting. Like obviously you don't want those people out on the street because I take this close to heart. Like my sister, she's 14. I can just imagine what the fuck I will do if something like this happens to her. It's affecting more than just a few people. It's affecting other people in other countries. Something this evil.
Like, 31-year-old psychologist from Spain, Marian Fernandez, said that it all comes down to respecting the concept of consent. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. It's about understanding that no means no, and that only yes means just yes.
Yeah.
It's about consent. Like, it's about,
It's basic human rights. Like
yeah,
no is no, yes is yes. What's so difficult to understand?
it's against
You must have something like just dark. That's all I think.
it's against humans' morals, human values, human morals, and human ethics. How can some people comprehend to do this bad thing to other person or other people?
Ah man, my heart goes out. Mm. Uh, the thing is, though, like, the court said she was drunk and unconscious at the time and could not accept or reject the sexual relations. Obviously, you have no control in that state of mind. So, after all this protesting, they did do another hearing, and after all the celebration, finally these men went to 10 to 12 years to prison. And I don't know why there's any bail or fine. Well, there is obviously a fine for £12,000, or no, wait, euros, sorry. After found guilty of sexual abuse, after these protesters like finally got another hearing, they must be so proud. Like, at least there's some, you know,
At least there's some justice.
justice. There's the word. Ah man, you see the power of people believing the right thing together. But okay. Mm, no. Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Yesterday, wait, when was it? Yeah, Monday, yesterday, right? Armed pirates attacked an oil tanker and take 4 crew members hostage. Now, I don't know where this is, but like I know regions where it's very popular, but let's see. Yeah, of course. The West African countries' navy says 2 are from the Philippines, 1 is Greek, and 1 is from Georgia. Okay, wow. In a statement, it revealed it happened at about 3 a.m. on Monday, saying the tanker boat Elker Arstortle, I, its pronunciation is terrible, was attacked around 18 kilometers, 11 miles from the port of Lombai. Armed individuals. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, armed guards were on the boat at the time, so I don't know. Had tried to fight off the pirates, but one of them was injured after being shot. Ah, the vessel's manager, European Product Carriers, has confirmed what happened, but did not provide any further details. And Greece's shipping minister had said it is closely monitoring the issue. I don't know what they're talking about because hopefully they get some information about where these people are or the ransom. Because that's the only reason, right? Why would you take anyone hostage? Okay. Uh, Despite piracy on the decline worldwide, the International Maritime Bureau has West Africa's Gulf of Guinea is a high-risk area for abduction and armed robbery. Okay, well, I expected it to be in the region. 2 days earlier, 9 Filipino crew members from a Norwegian flag boat were abducted off the coast of nearby Benin. I don't know what they're. Is this what poverty is going for? That you start robbing people on water? Like, I know it's where the pirates started, the whole thing, but just.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I heard that there are many pirates near the African coasts right now.
Especially, like, I've heard a lot of stories. I don't, like Somalians and Nigerians, like, especially, like, they all go to that area for more work from Africa. There's a ton of stories that, like, in Maldives as well.
Like, we should warn people like who work in those kind of things, like in navy or like in shipping companies, like while visiting those areas, because unfortunately they would get arrested. I mean, like they would get captured by these pirates. which is a really bad thing.
The thing is, it doesn't happen that often. It's like there's like 50 attempts each year. So like you need to guess exactly like 1 out of 50, like 356 days, right? Where exactly these people are, and it's a big mission. I know. It's just terrible. Like you would think you're safe on the water, on a big ship, and then these guys comes up with like big guns,
Yeah.
forces you away. Just cannot. I don't think you guys. Of course you did. Yesterday we were talking about the situation in India, right?
Like Delhi is choking. Government implements car ration scheme because in order to decrease the pollution rates in India.
Of course they're putting rationing on the cars because situation, right? Where is it again? In Delhi.
Yeah,
In
in
Delhi.
Delhi,
It's the worst there.
it happens in Delhi. People wear masks to protect themselves from the smoke. On like from the information that we have got on Sunday, the air quality index AQI was at its highest so far this year at over 900 points. 900 points. A score of 500 qualifies as a severe plus category. It's just a disaster for this country.
And of course, because of this, what we mentioned yesterday, they've been implementing new laws at this point because it's critical for the schools to they don't have to go to school at this point, especially because of these situations. No one is productive in an environment of education, and it's not just education, right?
I mean, like, even the Supreme Court of India said that Delhi is choking every year and we are not able to do anything. I mean, they said like that. I mean, and this court has criticized officials and authorities, high-ranking authorities, because of nothing is being done in order to solve this problem, to solve this issue.
And it's not just today, right? Or this event. It's like every year it happens 10 to 15 days. So they should have started implementing laws back then, if they saw this is a occurring event.
Even like schools and colleges in India right now have been shut until Tuesday.
Exactly.
While staggered working times have been introduced for government offices to reduce to reduce the movement of cars.
I'd like to think this is serious. It's a fly, guys.
Sorry.
But the situations, I just think a few countries just need to go in, help a few, just plant some trees. Have you seen what's been happening on YouTube? There's a tree team going on, right? 20 million trees. Just plant half of that in India. That should help at least 10%, I think. I'm probably wrong, but let's go. What's the next step? That's what I'm thinking of.
I mean, even as a tourist, you should reconsider visiting India, because of this air pollution thing. Because you should wear masks if you want to go to see the famous Taj Mahal in India.
And it's not just this event. This is going to haunt over people that wants to go to India to visit this amazing country's culture and obviously monuments, and this will always be over their heads. What about the pollution, right? Because it's the worst in the world at this point. We need to do something. Man. But obviously, there's been a few cultural things they've been trying to do, like going to church, like not church, temples, just to pray for something to get better at this point.
I see. Like they should really take care of this same. Like if not,
The future of the country it's
will be really bad.
yeah will deplete in the next few years.
Maybe.
So this was obviously a more serious situation we were talking about the killings of the truck, the importing people illegally, and these pirates. Hopefully, they will stop and get. We just gotta work together, right? And the more you know about what's happening out there, hopefully this will help you, right? Okay, so my name's Enrique, and
My name is Fatullah.
right, this was the Tomorrow's Guardian show, and up next we're gonna talk about technology and the innovations.
Yeah.